Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Brad Lee is dropping
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Folks, do I got a treat for you today? Cody Askins is in town. I said, dude, you got to get over here. This dude's lighting it up in the insurance world. What's going on, Cody?
What's up, brother? Thank you so much for having me, man.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming, man. So, folks, listen up in the Bomb Squad. If you guys are selling insurance or basically you just into success, this dude like single-handedly started his own event that's becoming very quickly like the event in the insurance world. Is it insurance or financial services?
Yeah, it is. It's insurance. Yes, sir.
So Allstate, State Farm, New York Life, Mass Mutual, Northwestern, all of those.
Yep, Life and Health, PNC, Captive, Independent, all of it.
Yeah, and I saw that you had something on your Facebook that said, hey, who should be at next year's? Who do you want to see? And I saw someone put in Tom Love. You know Tom Love?
A little bit.
Dude, Tom Love's got a freaking smoking little thing he calls EOS, Explanation of Services. Yep. Dude, it's powerful for insurance people. I've seen a lot of people use it and just go crazy. So that's someone to consider.
That's good. Thank you, man.
And you always have kick-ass speakers, dude. You're not afraid to step up and spend the dough to get the freaking talent there.
Yeah, you have to, right? I mean, there was a point in my life where I'm like, dude, I gotta start thinking bigger. I gotta stop playing so small.
Yeah, especially if you want them to come back.
That's right.
Like, it's hard enough to get them there the first time.
That's true.
They don't come back if your speakers are garbage. The event was garbage. You know, it was a big old sell fest.
Right.
You know, so you're doing a good job with that, and it's called 8% Nation. For those of you that want to say, who is this dude? While you're listening, go check him out. Instagram's at Cody Askins.
Yeah, Cody.Askins. Yes,
Cody.Askins.
Yep.
Just like Askings without the G.
That's right. That's right. I did have a question for you.
What?
How many sub 30-year-olds have you had on this thing?
I don't know. I don't count. Sub 30? You mean under 30?
Yeah.
I don't know. A few, but not a bunch. And it's because
I know you had Grant Doherty.
Yeah.
Yep. From Vero.
Yeah. It usually is not something where under 30 like has a lot of knowledge to drop until like recently. You know, now they're the millennials that used to be babies are starting to become, 30,
starting
28.
to grow up.
Yeah. But dude, I've had people in here that were homeless because guess what I think? I think you can learn from anyone.
Yeah.
You know, you always hear, well, why would I want to learn from them? Sometimes you want to learn what not to do from the people that already did the dumb shit.
True.
And, to me, my whole thing with dropping bombs is to get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. And who am I to judge who needs what? So when people are winning or people have, knowledge to share, I try to get them on the podcast. It's getting to where I get 1 million people wanting to be on the podcast.
Oh, I'm sure.
So now I had to get someone to start filtering who wants on and make sure they're legit. Cause I'm starting to get somewhat of I don't want to say following, but like,
sure.
we're close to 1 million downloads. I think we get like 50,000 downloads an episode and growing. Might be 60 now.
Dang.
It's getting popular. And the main reason is because, I try to bring on good guests, but when people say, yeah, I heard a few, I always wonder which few, cause there's always bad ones in the bunch. I'm like, damn, they probably heard a dumb one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everyone always says, what's your favorite one? I'm like, dude, they're all my favorite, but ultimately I'm sure there was some worse ones than others. But guess what? Here's what's crazy. When I think they're bad, like, dude, that was boring, that was bad, like no information really. There's only been a few of those. I get people saying, dude, that saved my life. That was the greatest one I've ever heard. And I'm thinking, wow, dude, I didn't think anyone would like that. And then the ones I get excited about, guess what? People like that one too. So it's like, it's hard to tell, man. Everybody's different. That's the key.
Yep.
Everybody's different.
I was just listening to the one with Sean Whalen.
Oh, Whalen,
on the plane out to Vegas, and I didn't know I was going to be in, but I was literally listening to that episode. Yeah. On the plane here, not knowing I'd be sitting here doing this, but here we are.
Yeah, Sean Whalen's a stud. He'll speak at your event too.
Yeah.
You got to prepare him for the F-bombs because he comes in and talks about real. However, Do people cuss at your event? Try not.
They do. I personally don't, but they do. Yeah.
You know what's funny is I just the other day decided I'm not going to either. Like it's kind of like if you don't cuss, nobody's going to be offended because you didn't say the F word.
Right.
But if you do say the F word, some people will get offended. So why say it at all? And the real straw that broke the camel's back is I was doing a live the other day. And for me, I'm always thinking like, oh, these are my people and, we can joke. But I forget that like it's live. People can pop in. So I was telling a joke that was kind of crude, but it's funny. And I got an email from a client, an actual client that said they were on the live with their 15-year-old. And when I said what I said, they couldn't shut the phone off and they're appalled. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe I didn't think of that. Like you think you're hanging around a bunch of buddies in your locker room talking. Next thing you know, it's like, holy moly, this is out there. So I apologized and said, man, you know what? I'm done cussing.
Wow.
If I can. Sometimes it'll slip, but I'm done doing it.
You're still the real Brad Lee, right?
I'll still be real. You don't have to cuss to be real.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, some 10X, that crowd wants to hear that extremism. Yeah. I think, obviously not everybody, but I was just new and I just, hey, whatever. Now I'm like, dude, you don't need to use the F word.
Yeah.
Although if I do slip, I will be unapologetic about it because quite frankly, on the other side of the coin, I think, dude, if you can't handle the F word, you need to hear it. Like, toughen up, man.
No
it's just a word.
That's it. You know what's cool is the whole 10X speech, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife and I still, like, that comes up in conversations all the time because I don't know if that was like on purpose. I was kind of wondered about picking your brain. Like, was that like a plan? Was that the thing, But I think it was memorable.
Yeah, it's funny.
You probably hear it a lot.
Yeah, and so do I. Like, if I'd have had foresight and had, real Brad Lee toothbrushes, like passing them out, that would have been the thing for the whole event.
Yeah, it would have.
It's crazy because usually what I say at an event ends up becoming like a theme at the event. And I think it's because I'm authentic.
So authentic.
But people didn't understand that speech. And I don't really say it's a speech. I just talk. But I don't think they understood the simplicity of what I was saying. A lot of people did, but a lot of people came up like, that was great. And then I wasn't real happy with that talk only because I felt rushed. Like it seemed like I started talking and then bam, I was out of time. Now, maybe I was. Maybe Grant went over to the timekeeper and said, dude, drop that down to 10 minutes. Because I'm like, what? I just started.
So what was the original keynote time? What was the total?
An hour.
Okay. Gosh, it did not feel like an hour. Definitely probably didn't for you.
And that's another thing is everybody always says, dude, I wish that you would have stayed up there. I'm like, I was up there an hour. And they're like, dude, it seemed like 15 minutes.
It really did.
But that's when people are enthralled. They're enjoying themselves and they like it. Of course, not everyone's going to like it. So I'm sure there were people walking out going, oh, this guy is terrible. But that's the thing. Most people are afraid to take action because of fear of judgment. Like I don't have a fear of judgment. Like I don't care what you think about me. I'm happy with me. I know that I have, like if I said, hey, anyone that's on my side, come defend me, I'd have thousands of people.
True.
So I'm not worried about judgment. Most people are.
But I think that's why a lot of people were drawn to you too, and even that whole brush your teeth thing, it wasn't about brushing your teeth, it was about, you got to be consistent. You got to show up and do stuff you don't want to do. You got to just.
And pay attention to details.
And
like people say, how do I make $1 billion? Have you made 1,000? No. Well, then start with that. Like people would walk up to me, Brad, can I get 5 minutes? Dude, their breath was so bad. They must not have brushed their teeth because you can't have this bad a breath unless you woke up and left your house without brushing. Now, when I was on stage and I said that, I think I said, brush your fucking teeth.
You did.
Yeah. Well, at one event, Driven, Albert Preciano?
Yeah, absolutely.
At his Driven event, he invited me to come speak. I'm like, sure. I walked out. Now, I started talking and I said, listen, seriously, dude, you guys got to get your priorities straight. I said, so for example, you got fucked up teeth. You probably shouldn't even be here. Everybody's like, what? But it's true. You got missing teeth and you're spending $1,000 to listen to some speakers. Go fix your fucking teeth, people. Yeah. Fix your teeth. Why? because people are judging you.
That's right.
Well, the Bible says not to do it. Okay, well, no one's listening because they're doing it. And I'm just trying to help you actually win. So it's like, dude, fix your teeth. It doesn't mean you have to have perfect teeth. It means you got, big old gaps in your teeth and freaking you look like, you're not taking care of your mouth. What do you think of somebody?
It's gross.
Yeah, if you came in here and all my teeth were snaggled and I looked like I got a mouthful of Indian corn, 6 of them are missing, what would you think?
Yeah, that you just, I mean,
you'd think less of me, would you
totally,
not? Okay,
totally.
My credibility's ruined all because I didn't fix my teeth. So I'm just trying to tell people the truth, man. Brush your damn teeth.
It's kind of the same thing with a lot of business people that look at, what your shoes are shine. It's those little details where they can really kind of learn about somebody.
It's 100%. Go look at, if you hire somebody, Andy Frisella taught me this. He'll interview you if you want to work at first for him. And then one of his people will go out and look at your car and inside your car. And if you got McDonald's wrapper and you're just a pig, they won't hire you.
Wow. That's good.
And I wouldn't have got hired if I was applying because sometimes my car gets a little messy, but I got freaking a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old that mess it up. And, I get busy. So I'm like, I'll take it to the wash tomorrow. But in general, dude, if you trash your car, you're going to trash their business. You're going to trash the position. Usually, not always, but usually.
Yeah. Dude, that dude's obviously got an amazing culture. I mean, he had a great...
Dude, he's got oh man, I keep telling Andy, dude, build a course on how to create a culture and how to create a brand. His brand is awesome. His culture's awesome. Dude, He has people that will literally kill you and then go to his house for a beer and not even mention it. Seriously, dude, if I had anyone want to build a culture, it'd be Frisella.
That's strong.
Yeah, and then, when I came out there and the 10X brush your teeth, incident happened, because I'm telling you, dude, I hear about that. The whole thing was about that.
You have to, yeah.
But a lot of people would come up and they're like, dude, I got my thing. So I'm coming out, believe it or not, with my own breath spray.
Well, you had the Listerine spray on stage.
I always
you
did.
still carry them around.
Dude, you can't.
It's in my bathroom bag in our hotel room. No joke.
Well, it ain't no good there.
Yeah.
Because if you ever get caught more than once having bad breath to the same person, you become the fucking bad breath guy. You don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be around them at all. Yeah.
You just don't want to be that
you
guy.
don't want that either, yeah.
I know people that every time I've talked to them, man, their breath was not like, oh, you ate garlic. No, rancid ass. You just chewed poop breath. And I'm like thinking to myself, it happens. Mm-hmm. Next time you see them, oh my God. Next time I see them, oh my God. Now they start walking towards me. That's the bad. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk to them. I seen people on Instagram stories and I could smell their breath. It's like, dude, brush your teeth, or better yet, I'm going to solve it all. I'm going to create my own breath spray, top notch. You can mix things in it like nootropics, B12, vitamins, CBD, whatever it is. It's flavorless, but just the breath spray in a really high-end, expensive little mechanism. It's going to be cool. And I'm going to make having bad breath just like really, really uncool, to where like anyone's going to buy it and carry it around. And every time you go to talk to somebody, like if I'm walking up to talk to a dude, what's up, bro? Walking up to talk to a girl, how you doing? Walking up to talk to a customer, like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You want bad breath?
No.
And then people are like, it's fine. Trust me, dude. Sometimes.
It's so funny. I legit was thinking about that on the way over to Lightspeed today.
What, your breath?
I was.
See, and you left your shit in your bathroom
I
bag.
brushed my teeth, twice already. So, but
You
I was
safe?
thinking about it. I'm safe, but I was thinking about
Well,
it.
you should be. And folks, that's what I was trying to say on stage, which was, pay attention to the details. You're worried about big things and you haven't even taken care of the little things. And the little things equal the big things. Mm-hmm. People always say, how do I get to the next level? And I say, maximize the level you're on, right? If you do that, think about it, you're on the next level. So how do you get to the next level? You maximize the level you're on.
Yeah.
And then you're on the next level.
There's certain things I do every single day that have I feel like have helped me get to the next level. Just
What are
think
those?
differently.
Let's drop some bombs.
Let's do it. I work out every single day.
Yeah.
I write my goals down every single morning. I eat breakfast. I force myself to take a cold shower
You eat breakfast?
every single day.
I eat breakfast 300 yards from 4,000 Cubans trained to kill me. So don't come down here in your flashy white suit, flash your badge, and make me nervous. What movie's that from?
I don't know what that is. I'm looking at Landon because he knows movies better than me. He's the movie buff.
You don't know who that is? You want me
I don't know.
on
You
that
don't know
wall.
Landon either?
You need me on that wall.
Still don't know.
Dude. You don't remember Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise?
What movie is that?
It's called, when you just said that, I went poof. It's called,
You know Landon? You don't know it yet?
dude, Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson.
Dude, you're
They're
a
in the
movie
Navy.
buff.
Did you order the code red?
Somebody's listening to this and thinking they already know the name,
They
and
already
we're
know that
struggling.
name. You can Google it.
All
Jack
right.
Nicholson, Tom Cruise. I think it's not Clear and Present Danger. That's something else.
He may be able to find it. up
Someone
there.
out there, Google it and come tell me.
It's going to hit you in about 8 minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, A Few Good Men. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard of it.
It's
I
a
have
great
not- I
movie.
didn't
You've never
see that.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, listen. You can't handle the truth. Dude, the best movie on the planet Earth, if you're me, is a movie called True Romance. Seen it? Mm-mm. Dude, tell you, go get that movie, True Romance.
I thought I'd seen a lot of movies.
A
But
Few
not-
Good Men's good, but True Romance. So let's get back to bombs dropping. You get up,
Yeah.
you work out,
Yep.
you eat right.
Yeah,
What
work
else?
out, eat right, write my goals down. I create a top 3 to-do list for the day. I force myself to take a cold shower because it wakes me the freak up, and I don't like to do it. And most people say, you know what? If you don't like to do it, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. But I believe successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do.
Yeah.
I make myself do stuff I don't want to do, and the longer I think about it, the less likely I am to actually do it. So I just do it.
Well, let me break that down, because what you're doing is making yourself uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And I try to tell people that if you want comfort, seek discomfort, because if you seek discomfort, you end up comfortable.
Yeah.
But if you seek comfort, which most people do, you end up uncomfortable because you don't challenge yourself. You don't grow. You don't learn. You don't frickin', grow.
Yep.
So,
It's true.
so you're basically intentionally making yourself uncomfortable, which again is a key, is a factor in success.
Absolutely.
Making yourself uncomfortable.
Yep.
Now you got a wife, Lauren.
Yes, sir.
What about kids?
No kids yet.
No kids yet.
No kids
How old
yet.
are you?
29.
Young man.
Just turned 29.
29.
Getting
Dude, I
old.
got underwear older than you. But and how did you start this event?
I was sitting at 10x2 watching you spray your Listerine in your mouth.
You thought, shit, anyone can do
I'm
this.
like, dang, dude. And I thought, you know what? My industry needs something like this, just an amazing event. Got me thinking bigger, really enjoyed it. And so I thought about the next few months and released it. So I was sitting in a pool talking to my dad, and I'm like, I'm thinking about throwing a conference, Never thrown an event before other than I don't even know if I've ever thrown a birthday party, And he said, you ought to do that. So at that moment, I decided, all right, I'm going to do it. Grabbed Grant Cardone, Ray Lewis, had it in the club area at Nissan Stadium. We're supposed to have it on the field, but it was raining all week. And just got a ton of attention, started thinking bigger. And
How many people showed up to the first one?
first one, we had about 400.
So was it hard to sell 400 tickets?
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't easy.
How many at the second one?
600.
Is there a third one yet?
Vegas, July of 2020.
And how many are coming to that one?
We will have over 1,000, or I'm putting, and I should be thinking even bigger in 2,000.
Yeah,
Just because Vegas is such a destination.
Yeah, you can get 2,000, bro. You just got to promote the shit. Now that you've done 2 successful ones in a row,
Yep.
and you're on dropping bombs, dude, half
right.
the bomb squad's going to support you.
There we go. I love
Especially
that.
if they're in the insurance. But
true.
it's not just insurance, is it? I mean,
No.
Ray Lewis and those guys, they're talking about just overall success.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's 8% mean?
92% of insurance agents fell within their first 3 years. It's
that
the
right?
toughest industry in the world.
Why?
But there's more millionaires in our industry than any other industry in the world. It's difficult.
Do you know why
because-
you think that is? I know why that is.
Why is that?
I believe it's because insurance keeps paying.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, everybody's got to have it.
Yeah.
It's just it is. I think it's so hard because most agents struggle to get in front of people, or they don't want to pick up the phone, or they don't want to go knock on a door.
Now, why is that?
Just probably because they're like, I don't know what to do or what to say, which is why my new Lightspeed, virtual platform is going to come out and help them with that.
So were you successful in the insurance business prior to doing this?
Yeah, I grew up in the business. My dad's been in the business over 29 years. But when I got in it, I was an intern calling out of a phone book for a veteran agent before I knew you really weren't supposed to be doing that. I was in college, taking 21 credit hours this semester, a little Baptist Bible college, playing basketball, games, tournaments, weekends, all that. And I've set a goal. I said, I'm going to make 100K my first year and win the top company trip. And I was in college, 19 years old, made $117,361.13 in my first 8 months. And
did Dad help you?
Fell in love. He really, I was able to go and get some advice, but
yeah, I mean, coach you, give you some opinions.
Absolutely.
Do you think without him you would have done as well?
I don't know that I would have done as well, but I'm someone that when I set a goal or a target, I'm going to outwork other people and figure it out.
Or do what it takes. Just Dad happened to be handy. The reason I went there is because, again, there's so many people out there that didn't come to your event. And that's the equivalent of freaking going to your dad. You did better because you had your dad there. And that's another thing. Like, people always, I don't want to, say I got any help. Folks, pay attention to me. It's okay to get help. It's okay to ask for help. Mm-hmm. It's okay to freaking literally use somebody else that will save you time and money to get to where you're going. I don't know why, oh, you're a rich kid. Well, what does that matter? Mm-hmm. I wish I was a rich kid. There's rich kids that go broke, and there's poor people that are broke. What's the difference? Well, you're a rich kid. Who cares? Not that you are, but
sure.
There's people that will look down on someone that was handed a business.
You know what? But you bring up a good point, because I was in college, and my basketball coach looked at me and said that I, had a silver spoon in my mouth.
Did you? So your dad was successful?
Yeah, my dad was successful.
Yeah, so
in
what?
Insurance. Yeah. You know what? But that motivated me to prove people wrong, and because he always said my dad's motto. He said it before every game, every practice. Anything was never let anyone out hustle you. And so he's got a freaking crazy work ethic, and I think that's where I got it.
Well, and also a stereotype of rich kids or silver spoon kids is they're entitled, they don't want to work, everything's handed to them, but that's not always true. Mm-mm. In some cases it might be true, but that's where I'm going. Dude, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing the right things. Because if my dad would have been wealthy, I would be way beyond where I'm at, because I would have started way earlier. I would have freaking had the money to expand. I wouldn't be less if everything was handed to me. Mm-mm. But ask anybody. People will normally say, "Oh yeah, it's not going to work."
100%.
I've asked people on this show. Here, let me ask you. You haven't listened to a bunch of episodes, right? Just
not
a few.
Not
Good,
all.
Then you would know this question. Okay, now and answer it honestly.
Okay.
If you could be given $100 million, or you could work for $20 million, which would you pick?
I mean, if someone wants to give me $100 million, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The natural
that's the right answer
would be oh, you want to work for it.
Everybody says that.
And I don't want people to give me stuff, but if in that scenario, why wouldn't I take 100?
Yeah, but I do want people to give me stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to we've been taught wrong a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Our parents gave us a lot of good info, but also a lot of bad, and maybe not our parents, but our society. Why is it bad to get something for free? Oh, you got to work for it. Who made up that shit? What do you think I'm working for to get that? So someone comes along and says, "Here, you can have that." Well, then
you don't have to work for it.
Yeah, I'm done working. It doesn't make it any less valuable. I don't believe anyway. This is my opinion. Why? Because I have common sense and intelligence. Mm-hmm. And most of the people that sat in that chair that have answered that question, they say, "I'd rather work for $20 million." And I say, why? Well, because then I'll know how I did it, and I'll be able to do it again if I need to. If you handed me $100 million, I wouldn't know how to do it. And I'm like, yeah, but you'd be $80 million richer.
That's true.
Not to mention, can't you learn by losing $20 million? Yeah. What would you rather do? Learn by losing $20 million or earning $20 million? I'd rather learn if you learn the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather learn by losing it.
Yeah.
Give me 100, let me lose it. I'm 80. I learned. We're good. But most people will say that standard answer because that's just what's in their head, man. If you didn't work for it, it isn't valuable, and that's not true. It's just not. And then people won't go get help. People won't come to your conference. People don't go to
Yeah,
these events where like these people that have already achieved what you're looking for, they're succeeding in exactly what you're doing. But yet those people losing, complaining and whining, they're not going to those events. They're not seeking it out. Do you know why? Because a lot of us have been taught, dude, do it yourself, man. It's not, you don't need help. You know, if you didn't do it yourself, it's not worth it. Total garbage, dude. Seek out mentors. Matter of fact, someone asked me the other day, what would I change if I could change anything? I would seek knowledge earlier because I didn't seek it forever. I did everything the hard way. I learned everything the hard way. I got a book coming out called The Hard Way. And it's basically lessons I learned the hard way so you don't have to. Because I took the long route, man. Somebody says the other day, they come in here like, dude, man, you're so successful. And I'm like, me? They're like, yeah, don't be humble, dude. You're killing it. And I'm like, dude, I'm screwing up $1 billion deal here. Like, it depends on how you look at stuff. I should have already been a billionaire. This technology is freaking magical. It could help a lot of people, and you get paid based on how many problems you're solving. My problem is I didn't learn marketing. I let Grant and all these other clients go figure out the marketing game, and I was just sitting here going, I don't have to do anything. You know, they're doing it. I'll just ride with them. Well, dude, that was a mistake. I should have been learning the marketing game.
Yeah.
So I would have sought knowledge earlier, and I would have invested money better.
Yeah.
Like Grant, magical with his investments. That's why he's where he is.
For sure.
Everyone thinks it's because he's a salesman. It's not because he's a salesman. It's not because he's cool. It's because he invested his money wisely, really wisely.
Really.
And he did it for 20 straight years. Nobody really fathoms that either.
A lot of time.
Yeah. So again, anybody that did what Grant can do or did would probably end up where Grant is. Now, again, he's talented. He's cool. He's got that swag. So, you know, you get a little advantage because who you are and what you look like. And people always say that too. Dude, you can't say that. Dude, I already tell you, good-looking people have more advantages. It's just the truth. Fit, healthy, good-looking, or better-looking. By whose opinion, by the way? Because there's girls that think I'm ugly, and there's girls that think I'm freaking stellar. Well, guess what? Who's right? Who's wrong?
I don't know.
It's someone's opinion.
My wife thinks you're a good-looking dude. I don't know why.
Why,
but
thank you.
She keeps telling me, man.
Thank you, Lauren, because I know you're going to listen to this.
You know she is.
But my point is like, dude, there's if I get up on your stage and talk, you're going to get a bunch of people saying I loved him, and you're going to get a bunch of people saying, why'd you get him? You cannot ever make anyone or everyone happy. It's impossible. And if you know that going out, okay, so if I go out on 8% Nation and I talk about this, I'm going to piss them off. If I talk about this, I'm going to piss them off. And no matter what I say, I'm going to make somebody unhappy. Sure. So what's the solution if you have common sense in your head? Make yourself happy. Yeah, go out there and talk about what you love, what you think, what you know. Share your knowledge with authentic intention. And, you know, yeah, you want everyone to like what you said, but guess what? Don't worry that they don't. I have people literally saying, dude, I don't understand how you got the balls to get up on stages and talk. Especially unprepared half the time. Like, you know, I got a little bullet point. I'm going to talk about these things, tell some stories, you know. But
you probably have things that come to you while you're speaking to, like randomly that you didn't expect to talk about.
Sure, I do.
Yeah.
Because again, situation, the person that spoke earlier, something that happened, you know, you just play off that. But really, all I'd really think about when I'm talking is I ask, you know, what do you want me to talk about? And they'll say this, and then I'll, in my own head, it's like, this right here is what I wish I would have known back then. And then I just bullet point it. And now that bullet point, all I need to know is the bullet point, and then I'll just talk about it. And it seems natural, and it goes by quick, and everybody, you know, seems like, damn, that was an hour, because I'm not, you know, rehearsed. And if you saw me 3 times, I don't pause at the exact same time. And it's not a show. It's a freaking talk.
Right.
If you go to my website, someone put up there, if you want to book Brad, which I don't like, because again, I don't like being pretentious. Like, why would you want to book me? But people do, so I had to put a thing there. And so it says book Brad, and then when you go there, it says, I don't have a speech, I have a story. I just tell a story. But anyway, enough about me. What do y'all think about me? No, just joking.
Dude, no. Dude, I think you got the... I thought we spent, you know, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 grand on our studio. It ain't... I mean, this is incredible. If anybody ever gets a chance to, like, tour this place and come by here in Vegas, it's unbelievable.
Well, thank you.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what we spent, but, you know, Probably $5,000 or so.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
On the
exactly.
microphone you're on. No,
Yeah.
just joking.
Probably, yeah, on the seat, right?
No, but yeah, I don't know what these cost. They wasn't $5,000, but I do like quality shit because again, there's people, especially with like shoes or clothes. You know, I'd rather buy a $600 pair of shoes, which by the way is cheap to some people. To me, that's a fairly costly set of shoes. I'd rather buy one $600 set of shoes that last 10 years than $20 pair of shoes over 50 years.
That you're ready to get rid of after 2 months.
Exactly, dude. Quality counts, man. Quality information, quality education, quality relationships, quality counts. Quality over quantity.
You mentioned earlier, like, why do 92% of insurance agents fail? They're afraid to seek out mentors. They're afraid to attend events. They're afraid to go ask people that have the answers.
Now, why do you think that is?
I think it's like an ego thing. I think it's like I'll figure it out, or I don't think it's a fear thing. Like people, will walk up to you and not be scared to do that.
Well, your ego is not your amigo. I heard that rhyme. I thought I like that.
Ego is not your amigo. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, because dude, ego is not your amigo. Like if ego's stopping you from doing common sense, intelligent things, like seek out mentorship, seek out someone that's already done it. Like, dude, if I was going to go open up an insurance, I'd have no problem calling you. If you've already been successful, again,
Sure.
I want to talk to someone who's already succeeded in what I want to do.
Yep.
But I would literally come over there and pay you, even if it was my last dollar. Like, dude, I'll sell a watch, get the money, give it to you because I'll buy 10 more watches back afterwards. But people will be like, dude, I can't sell this watch. I'll just keep trying myself. And most of those people lose in your industry, apparently. 92%.
Absolutely.
That's huge.
And they won't spend the money. Landon and I were actually talking. He was helping me with my keynote a few weeks ago before 8%, which was last weekend. And he was talking about how the last 12, 18 months, I viewed money as more of a tool than like something I want to hold on to,
100%.
And so now when we spend $500,000 on our first event, it's just bigger. You get more attention. You help a lot more people. People have respect for that kind of stuff too. When you go big, like people respect that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's why like freaking that Miami thing Grant did.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what did he spend there? He had to spend 10, 20 million.
He said 10 million.
10 million
more.
bucks?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Yep. And you know what? My wife and I were in Vegas. I was speaking at another conference. We flew red-eye overnight just to get to day 3 because it was such a spectacle. I had so much respect that I hated to like not soak it in. And I throw events, so like I could probably learn.
Well, I
something.
heard the audio, like someone didn't test something and you couldn't hear anything. Everything was 10x.
Yeah, it was like you're in a tin can. Yeah.
Was it
It was better by day 3. I heard it was really bad day 1 because I had a lot of insurance people, friends.
So
and
they
stuff that were
fixed
there.
it.
Well, they were able to crack the roof. But then when they cracked the roof, the sun got in, and then it was on a certain seating section. They're like, well, I feel bad for those people because the sun's in their face, And so it's like
just a
I'd rather
wrong
hear
place.
you.
That's why Grant's probably bringing it here again.
Probably
This
so.
is probably his best event because I spoke there.
That's right.
I
think it was. I think it was. I think it was.
This
the
one,
best.
I believe it or not, because I spoke at. See, most people don't know his first event was in Cancun. The 10x one.
I heard that. I heard that from Bert, man.
Yeah,
I had no
10x
clue.
one was in Cancun. I spoke there too.
When was that?
Oh man, I'd have to look at my pictures and see what the date was. But it was. I spoke there. There was maybe 100 people there.
Wow.
Then 10x, what everyone thinks 10x one. There was a couple thousand, about 2,900 or something.
You spoke there too, didn't you?
Yeah, I spoke there,
Yep.
and then I spoke at 2, and then everyone was like, "Where are you at? Why didn't you speak at 3?" I said, "Well, first of all, I already got ClickFunnels.
Yep.
Don't need to go if you got ClickFunnels already." But that was being funny.
I heard your answer though.
What?
That he's got to change up the speakers. You can't have the ssame speakers every year.
Yeah. Well, not only
remember
that,
you
but
saying
but
that.
me and him were also freaking in a freaking wrestling contest. He got mad at me for something, and I got mad at him for something. Because we're buddies.
Yeah, right.
And I was already there previously, and like would have I spoke if you told me to? Yes. Why? Well, because you'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
But it didn't offend me. It wasn't because we're fighting. Everybody thinks like, oh, they're broke up, like we were married or something. But again, if I FaceTime him right now, if obviously he's not incapacitated, he'll answer. We still talk. We still do business.
Right.
I might be at the next 10X. Who knows? It's up to him. But if he didn't, I still wouldn't blame him. It's not because we don't like each other. It's because he's smart and he wants to freaking bring people that bring people.
Yep.
And back then, not a lot of people knew who I was. So I didn't sell them a lot of tickets. I didn't have anything for sale, which I like because I don't like selling shit from stage.
I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, it's like, dude, if I come out here and especially if someone paid me to be there or the audience paid to be there, I just want to give you what I know and leave. If you want to buy something, shit, follow me. Go to my website. You'll see shit for sale if you want. Well, not me because I have a software, but I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm going to come out there and tell you something.
That's strong. That's so good. I love that.
That's just me though. So again, Grant, you know, he wants to sell something, and he started bringing in the people that were selling something because he would get something. Mm-hmm. So again, it depends. I mean, Grant's putting on the event. His investment. It's up to him. It's kind of wise actually. Like, dude, let me get Russell Brunson in here and make me $1 million from everybody, so I can guarantee my return. But you know, everyone has their own flavor.
They do. But
I can tell you this. It was awesome. So again, see, you brush your teeth, man. You remember that.
That's it.
Do you remember? Do you remember what? Who was right before me? Exactly. Who was after me?
I'm gonna feel bad for whoever was before you.
Yeah, but
who
was right after me?
I don't remember.
Exactly. But you remember what I said, didn't you? See,
well, 3 words. I think it was actually 4. You
What?
know, I remember just the brush your teeth. It was probably brush your effing teeth. But
did you hear me say to keep on humping?
I do remember that.
Yeah, I said my mom, because my real mom and dad got divorced. Well, after 5 kids. Well, she had 4 more, I think. 4 more. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 more kids from like 2 or 3 more dudes. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, that's a lesson right there. She never gave up. And so I thought it was funny. And I said, so, you know, my mom and dad got divorced and my mom kept on humping. And I said humping, not effing.
Yeah.
I said, my mom kept on humping, and I saw people in the front row just start busting up laughing, and I saw one person look and go, did he say his mom kept on humping? So I don't know if I was shocking people or the guy was laughing, but when I left that stage, I said, hey, keep humping. Now,
I remember that.
I don't know if Elena liked that also, because Elena's like real classy.
Mm-hmm.
So Elena might have said, let's not have him at the next one. Who knows? Who knows? But,
well, I do know that my wife loves your wife, Melissa. I know they don't know each other well, but just getting to hang out with her and see you. You probably don't remember this too. We were going to the VIP party, and you were just swarmed. And your wife's just like over in the corner, you know, on her phone. And so we go over there and talk to her for a little bit and hang out. And also, Melissa came and sat by us on the front row. We were on the right side. Though you had another lady there, a friend of y'all's that was sitting front row too, at 10X2. I don't remember who it was, but
I'd have to think. But yeah, everybody loves Melissa. She's so laid back and chill.
Yep.
I love her too.
Good.
Most times. But yeah. So anyway, you coming to the next 10X?
I am.
Are you going to the next 8% Nation? It's in Vegas.
Definitely doing that.
You going to be there?
28% in Vegas. We're bringing it to you.
Folks, listen, whether you're, and I don't know if it's just for insurance, because I think it says like Insurance Wealth Conference. Right. Dude, name the speakers that you just had. Like, they're not all about insurance. Why do you make it? I mean, it's for insurance people, but it's not just about insurance. I keep
hearing that too. Would you go more broad or keep it insurance specific?
You know,
everything
personally,
because we do a lot of marketing for the insurance
I would market
business.
it to the people.
Yeah.
And then I would market it to everyone else without focusing on insurance. Like, in other words, my marketing to the insurance people, absolutely. Yeah. Insurance Wealth Conference. Mm-hmm. But I would also say you go into 8% Nation, the Success Summit of the World, because, dude, I mean, they're talking about success, period. If you're a plumber, you could be there. And not only that, if you're listening to speakers at these events and that's it, you're foolish. You should be networking. You should be introducing yourself. More hands you shake, more money you make. Period. End of conversation. I can show people literally how to get a job by going to the mall. Anybody and everybody, if they just walk up and introduce themselves. So I'd walk up to you. Let's say I'm out of a job. I walk up to the mall. You happen to be there. I walk up, introduce myself. Hey, how you doing? My name's Brad. What's yours? What's yours?
Cody.
Cody, nice to meet you, man. What do you do?
Is that where Charlie Chena got that?
Well, more than likely, but what do you do?
That's good. I'm in insurance marketing.
Oh, fantastic. Let me ask you a question. If I could send some people your way, would there be a commission in it for me? Now all of a sudden I'm in the insurance business, and I don't even have to have an office or anything. I just need to send you business.
That's right.
So the next person I meet, hey, Brad Lee, I'm in the insurance business. What do you do? They say, well, we groom dogs. Wow, you need some customers? Yeah. Now I'm in the dog grooming business, and I'm in the insurance business, and I've only been there 10 minutes and introduced myself to 2 people. Now people can say, oh, that's dumb. No, dude, that's real. Because if I sent you $1 million of business, would you not give me a commission? If I sent them 100 dogs to groom, would I not get a commission? Of course I would. So now I went from homeless to being in the insurance business and the dog grooming business in 5 seconds with 2 introductions, if I'm smart, if I'm common sense. It's not rocket science. So if you learn how to close people and understand how to get past every objection, you can be in any business and succeed. It's to me, it's the sales skill. And part of that is introduce yourself.
But you just taught him how to, too.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, if someone would just shake more hands, they'd make more money. Anybody. You can even take that if you want. Charlie takes my shit. You might as well too. But no, seriously, you walk out there on stage and say, folks, I'll make you a wager. Double the people you're talking to, and you'll more than likely double your income.
That's the insurance business to a T.
And I said on that stage with Brush Teeth, I said, do more, get better. And everyone's like, duh. I paid all this money to hear that. Well, then why aren't you doing it, dipshit? You're sitting here at a conference to figure out how to double your income. You don't know how to double your own income? Do twice as much as you're doing. And then they're like, well, that's, dude, think about it. If you're talking to 100 people, talk to 2. Now, all the excuse makers come out. You know what they're going to say? Dude, I only got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. Or I don't have the money to invest to see 2 times the people or whatever.
Well, not only that, but dude, you don't have 24 hours a day. You have unlimited time during the day if you're smart and have common sense. See, if I just told you, hey, I'll give you X amount of dollars to come over here and work 8 hours, and he says yes, okay, I just picked up 8 hours. Now I got 24 plus 8.
Don't give him too much because he may do it.
I know, but you see my point?
Yeah.
Like, dude, there is no limit on time. People think there's a limit on time. There's no limit. We only got 24 hours. No, dude, you got unlimited hours. You might have to pay for more hours, but you can buy unlimited time. So that's the difference between wealthy and poor mindsets, dude. You poor mindsets trade time for money.
Yep.
And wealthy people usually trade money for time. And if someone could just understand that, it's so easy. You could be a pooper scooper business. Go find a freaking high school kid or a grade school kid or whoever's allowed to work. I don't know what state you live in. And, let's say you pay me $10 a turd. Well, I'll give him $8 a turd. I pick up $2 and I ain't doing anything.
That's right.
Well, now if I could get a whole army of people picking up the dog crap, guess what? I'm making $2 a person. I got 1,000 people. That's 2,000 a week, and I'm sleeping. I'm not even working.
Now you got a conference called Turd Nation.
I should start a Turd Nation. I don't really care what it is as long as it's making money and helping people out. And that's another thing, dude. Like insurance, man, you guys don't want me to get in the insurance business because I will freaking clean up. I can explain insurance so easily. I used to do it with service contracts, which is like insurance for your car. Mm-hmm. People would come in my office and they'd be like, and this is when I was in finance. I'd say, look, right now you have a car payment of $500. I knew that if I sold them a warranty, it might be, $580. I'd say, do you want a $580 payment on a car that's guaranteed to run or a $500 payment on a car that might run? They're like, well, I'll take the $580. Yeah, because you're buying a car, so it works. Am I lying?
No, that's good.
It's easy. Insurance, dude. Insurance is like a gun, dude. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Absolutely.
I'll sell the hell out of insurance.
I believe it.
Do you sell insurance?
I market insurance.
Yeah, he does all the marketing.
Oh,
He actually legit taught people Facebook ads, Google, YouTube, everything. I mean, because agents
You got a
struggle to get in
course
front
on
of
that?
people.
You better get a course. Stick it in 8% Nation.
There we go. He needs one. I'm telling you. When it comes to marketing for insurance agents, Landon McCarter of Secure Agent Marketing will blow anyone else out of the water. He is ridiculous.
Yeah, but here's why. Here's why though. Not why you're good, but why you should make a course out there. Because how many customers do you have paying for your service? Roughly.
Yeah, hundreds. Yeah.
Under 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay. How many? What's the market potential? How many are out there doing it? How many?
The way we're doing it. I mean,
no, like how many insurance agents are in the world?
Yeah, there's hundreds of thousands just in the country.
Okay, so relatively speaking, nobody's doing his service.
Right.
Why? Because they're, limited mindset. Oh, that's expensive. Dude, it's expensive not to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So if you're going to be a part of the 92% if you don't.
Yeah, so if he made a course, he could get it out there for a little bit less money with no work, because he has to charge a bunch of money. I'm not saying it's a bunch, but he has to charge money because it takes his time. And, you can only scale so much. So at the end of the day, if you virtualize that course, you sell it to somebody that normally wouldn't have paid for the services, or you give them a little taste for $27, for example. Well, now he goes, dude, this guy is good. Now all of a sudden you just got a customer because you gave him a $27 sample. It's easy. So you should build a course on that. Again, that's
why we just signed up for Lightspeed.
That's why.
yeah.
That's right.
Oh, is that why? For your course?
For him. No, he's going to have some chapters in there for sure.
Nice.
When
And
you're
how tall are you? Like 7'10"?
6'9".
6'9".
6'9", yep.
How tall are you?
6'1",
Yeah, I was 6'1".
maybe 6'2".
All my life I was 6'1" till someone just said, "How tall are you?" I said 6'1". They said, "No, you're not." I stepped on a thing and I was like 6 foot, half inch. I literally shrunk. They're like, "That's what happens when you're old."
How old are you?
50.
You just turned 50?
Yeah. But 6'9", a little tall for me, unless you're playing hoop. If I could dial in my own height, I'd probably be 6'3". 6'9", like you're definitely tall. 6'3", you're taller than most, but not, not too tall. And then, Charlie size, he can have that. No.
Play the hand you dealt, baby.
Yeah.
That's right. And you play it well. You play it well.
You do, man. You do.
So other than that, it says here, by the age of 20, you were using the strategies, tricks, and secrets that you teach to make a ton of money in the insurance business. What insurance company were you working for? Like policy? Like
Yeah, I was with Mutual of Omaha at the time.
old Marlon Perkins.
That's right. Wild Kingdom, yeah.
Remember that? You don't remember that.
No, I know what you're talking about, though. I've seen some episodes. And
I actually remember that.
I remember.
And I barely
we talked
remember
about
it.
that.
But that was the Mutual. Yeah, I know that one. And then, and so you still have an insurance agency?
That's right. yes, sir.
Brokerage? Is it a brokerage?
Yeah, that's more on my dad's side, Secure Insurance Group, and then on my side is more marketing and training related to help insurance agents.
And you have a bunch.
We do.
You help
yeah.
a bunch.
We have the
Folks, if you guys are listening, by the way, and you have an insurance agency and you want help, look him up.
dude.
at
They need to
Cody
go to our
Askins.
YouTube. They need to go to our YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
Cody Askins YouTube. We got 10,000 agents that are subscribed to our YouTube channel.
And dude, that's hard to get
20
YouTube subscribers. That's a good job.
Thank you, buddy. We put out 20 new videos to help insurance agents every single week. I can't name another
For
person.
free.
For free.
That's why you're successful too, because you're giving away knowledge and people are realizing, damn, this dude knows, so they're paying. A lot of people that want to sell courses, but they're not giving anything away, so nobody knows they're good. Nobody's buying their shit because they're not smart enough to just give it away. Like give away some good content, provide value, and then charge for when people want to go deeper.
That's just a newer wave of marketing and content in general.
Where's your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's at Cody Askins.
Show is at Cody Askins on YouTube, folks. Is free training, free tips, free nuggets. You got some stuff on there?
Yeah, he puts
free
out
stuff
tons
to
of marketing
market,
videos.
drive leads, lead generation, closing, sales, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Live dials, live cold calling, all of it.
Oh, so you're just proving it.
Yeah.
You're not even messing
live
around.
calling leads on the beach in Jamaica.
That's strong. Can you do it from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Make a living? You mainly
totally. Totally.
on a phone and a laptop?
Yeah, I could go to Jamaica, spend a month, and make 6 figures selling insurance over the phone, and generate leads myself, and just hang out there for a month.
You got to have
just could.
you got to have a license.
You do.
And where do people get that license?
From their Department of Insurance, from the state. Yep.
Every state has to be Yeah. So I always like to bring people biz ops or opportunities because, dude, there's people out there digging ditches, slinging hamburgers, wondering what they're going to do with their life. What kind of like success can one find in the insurance business? 92% are failing.
That's right.
But if they're listening and they get the training and they understand what's like a decent income in the insurance business.
Yeah, I mean, we know we work with a lot of agents. I mean, we've got a how old's Eric and
27.
yeah, he's 27.
Eric's 27.
Eric's 27. We do his marketing. He follows our training and appointment process and stuff in our scripts. And he's put up $18K the last 2 weeks, just out knocking doors and selling our leads that we're giving him.
Wow.
Yep. And he's getting leads. He's getting leads at cost. He's not buying leads. He's getting leads at cost. We just charge a management fee. Another gentleman, Ryan, Felix. We got a lot of guys that do that.
Making that dough.
That's it, man. There's a lot of money in it.
Well, does it pay over and over?
It does, yes. So life insurance will be like a smaller residual or no residual after the first year. Medicare will pay for 6 years. P&C pay forever as long as they're a client.
I'd
Yeah.
be selling P&C.
There's a good residual. It takes time to build that, but it's
Yeah, but I like residual.
yeah,
Forever.
it's a great residual.
Not only that, but when you die, man, give it to your fam bam.
Yep.
So it's like legacy income.
That's the cool thing about having being independent and having your own LLC is a corporation never dies, and so an insurance corporation that has a residual income can be passed on.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to get their insurance license, but they can,
So if you had to start all over, what would you do different?
if I just,
What have you learned the hard way that you'd be like, damn, I better not do that again?
if I was, I mean, from a marketing and training standpoint, I would go back and like produce content like I am now, because I look back and I'm like, I've only been on YouTube for 3 years. If I started when I started a decade ago, it'd be different. If I was just going to be an insurance agent and make money from selling insurance, I'd go more virtual and use the phone, and sell all over the country.
What'd you do?
And build a team.
What'd you do now? Drive around?
So so that's what I always did. But we built a call center from cold calling. I'm not actually out selling insurance now, but I still have some clients that will refer business. But yeah, I was always knocking doors, setting appointments, doing whatever it took. The big thing, if I can help a new agent that's especially in the life and health space, if they can just consistently sit down and run 10 appointments a week, they will make $100,000. 92% of agents fail, but all you have to do is sit down with 10 people. It doesn't seem like it should be that hard, but it is.
Well, because nobody reaches out for help.
That's it.
92% fail that industry, and your goal is to turn that around. You want
That's right.
8% to fail.
There we go.
Then it'll be the 92% nation.
92% nation.
Not only that, I mean, most people don't understand this, but 10 out of 7 people, they don't understand fractions. Know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
72% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Yeah.
So that's one. What else would you do different? 3 things. So if someone's listening to this and they're like, man, I want to take advantage of what Cody learned in the last, you've been doing this 3 years or what, 6?
The YouTube I've been in the insurance business a decade.
10 years, yeah.
YouTube for 3 years.
So in 10
Throwing
years,
events for a year.
in 10 years, if you could go back, what'd you do that people might be doing out there in business? This doesn't have to be
Yeah,
insurance.
just business. Yeah.
What'd you do where if you could think back, man, I wish I would have known that. So let's drop 2 more things on them before you roll.
I would say the first few things would be, I used to just think too small.
And by the way, I've been forgetting the bombs. We've been dropping them
There we
left and
go.
right.
There
I
we
forget
go.
them without the headphones because you can't hear them.
That's true.
That's a big one, dude.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I thought too small. I believe everyone is meant to do something great. I really do. I believe they can. Most of us think too small. We're afraid to, Landon says, I treat money as, fun coupons just to use as a tool. I didn't.
It
use
is a
to.
tool.
It is. Yeah, I didn't used to though. Right. My wife wanted a house a year ago, and I had to come up with $70,000, deposit, which is a great house in Springfield, Missouri. That got me thinking bigger, buying some front row tickets to 10X, that kind of stuff got me thinking, put on a conference for the insurance industry, got me thinking bigger. So thinking bigger, started to use money as a tool to get what I wanted and to get more of
Leverage.
what I needed. Yep,
Yeah.
get more leverage. And then I would say that it's especially in business in general, if you can just figure out what you need to do and then just be consistent about it. Most people are just so inconsistent. They just are.
There's another bomb. Third one. Give me one more.
You just do it every single day. The third one would be, I believe that energy is everything. When I work out and I'm more energetic, like like the whole Tony Robbins, I'll go jump up and down before I go out on stage. If my energy sucks, I suck. And so I believe in sales and business, speaking, training, doesn't matter. If your energy's right, your blood's pumping, everything's flowing, dude, I'm more productive. I have better days. I get a lot more done. I accomplish my to-do list. I get everything done, and people are just more attracted to what I'm doing, and I'm a better speaker, trainer, and all of the above.
Yeah, and you call it energy, but it could be also considered mindset, your vibe, the whole thing, which is another bomb because, again, look at that, folks. Dude's successful. Just gave you 3 things. How many people will actually implement that? How many people will actually take what you just said and said, let me try it? See, the other day I was trying to tell someone, if you're that skeptical, try to disprove everybody's success formula and you'll probably be successful, but not disproving it. Like, people won't just go blindly try what you're saying. If you just got done saying he's the best lead gen guy in the business, yeah?
Yes.
But yet, and by the way, Bomb Squad reacts, dude. The Bomb Squad, you'll probably get calls. You'll probably get people reaching out to you for lead gen and everything you do, because the Bomb Squad's kind of conditioned to take action because I keep making fun of people who don't. Like, there's just so many times where it's like, there's the answer. I don't know about that. It's like my friend, he had a clothing store down in LA, Beverly Hills, and he installed these cameras because there was a lot of theft. And so I called him one day and I said, what happened? And he said, it turned out to be my best sales guy. And I said, oh, bummer. What'd you do?
No.
And he said, I got rid of the cameras. Because he didn't want to see the facts and the truth. That's the same thing as taking
Got rid of the cameras?
Yeah, he didn't want to know the facts. That's the same thing with taking action, man. Sometimes you got to take action. Sometimes you got to get your fat ass up and go get in shape. Sometimes you got to fix your mindset. Sometimes you got to frickin' spend money you don't have.
That's the 4th thing: implementation, execution. Most people say they've got, hey, I want to do this. They're big dreamers. They say they're going to do something to make a decision, but they don't actually go do it.
All hat and no cattle.
Yeah.
They got a 10-gallon hat with a frickin'
All hat, no cattle.
Yeah, it's like they're all hat, no cattle. They look cool, but they ain't.
Dude, you need a bomb button over here, so when you drop some bombs,
There is a bomb
call
button over there. I disconnected it. It's that iPad right there. There was one on there.
You dropped some bombs a lot of bombs on this episode, man.
Well, that's why it's called dropping bombs. What'd you think? It was because of my guests? No, just joking. It's because there's bombs dropping everywhere through just normal conversation. If someone, I have literally some like crazy Bomb Squad members that listen to the same episode 5 times and they get new stuff all 5 times. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate you coming in, Cody. I know you're out here running around trying to be, busy and take action. And I appreciate you taking an hour to swing through.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it very much.
My pleasure. Folks, if you guys want to follow Cody, go at Cody Askins on pretty much everything. Cody.Askins on Instagram, which is my fave. And it's just spelled normal, man. Like Cody, C-O-D-Y, Askins, A-S-K-I-N-S. Do me a favor, go share this podcast out there with people. If you know anybody in the insurance business, man, tag them. Tell them that you love them and that's why you're tagging them. And as usual, man, go give me a rating and a review. There's like 7 people in Zimbabwe that haven't heard about it yet, and I'd like to get those people so I could literally and legitimately say everyone on earth subscribes to my podcast. You're the only one that's going to help me do it, and I appreciate you. Next.